Norm of the North was an animated film that came out this January, but luckily I didn't see it then, but unfortunately I just saw it yesterday, so... And what this movie is about is Norm is a polar bear voiced by Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider is a polar bear. I just always think about that because of that one South Park episode where Rob Schneider is a carrot or Rob Schneider is a derp-de-dur. And what's happening is a man named Mr. Green is planning on building condos in the Arctic. And Norm is really upset by that, but no other polar bear believes him, so he goes on his own adventure with a bunch of lemmings. And he's gonna try to stop him because he has to. It's the Arctic. He can't let him destroy his home. So when I first saw the trailer for Norm of the North, automatic just dislike. I hated that trailer. It was one of the worst I've ever seen. It looked like the worst animated film of all time. And now here I am. I just saw Norm of the North yesterday, so when I think of it, it's one of the worst animated films of all time. Yeah, it's just like what I just said. It is one of the worst animated films I have ever seen. I mean, the animation alone looks like pure garbage. Like, I know that not everything is gonna look like Pixar or something like that, but you can at least try, and Norm of the North's animation was horrible. It looked like they didn't try at all. It was like, oh crap, we're out of time, just send in the movie, the animation's decent enough. Oh my gosh. Also, what they show with the animation isn't too good either, like Norm dancing, a song called the Arctic Shake, and then twerking in front of a bunch of tourists tourists that come to the Arctic to see dancing, twerking polar bears. And speaking of Norm, I get what they were trying to go for, the goofy, lovable character that wanted to save his home. I get it, you're trying to make that kind of character, but he's annoying. He's so annoying, and having Rob Schneider voice him doesn't help. A lot of things annoyed me in this film. Norm annoyed me the most. Mainly because of his Arctic Shake dance. That was just... I will never unsee that. A polar bear twerking. Oh yeah, and I should also mention those lemmings. Lemmings are only there to be the comedic relief side characters that all the young kids in the audience will love because they're small, they don't speak English, but they do goofy stuff. But they were insulting to watch. They were so bad. They get crushed on, but they don't die. I wish they died multiple times, but no, somehow they survive. Also, they fart a lot. They piss in a fish tank. And they... pissing in a fish tank. Farting just to act natural. That's a joke. That's a joke. Norm says, we're being watched, so act natural. And then the lemmings go, and he's like, not that natural. But then the lemmings keep farting. There's really one long stretch of in this movie after Norm says, not that natural. You think the joke's about to wrap up, but then you hear the from the lemmings! Oh yeah, Norm, I guess, has this relationship with Vera and Olympia. I honestly am forgetting which one is which, but one of them is a mother of a genius daughter who's trying to go to a school, but she's working for this douchebag boss who I'll get to in a bit. Yeah, I didn't buy their relationship. I didn't feel like they had anything going for them. I didn't care about her troubles at all. I didn't care if this girl went to this school or not. And Ken Jeong, holy crap, he was in Ride Along 2, which was my worst of the year until Gods of Egypt came out, but then he's in Norm of the North. Also, Norm of the North and Ride Along 2 came out on the same frickin' day. What's happening, Ken? What's happening, Jeong? What's going on? His villain was so cliched and terrible in this film. In fact, Norm even makes a joke about it. If I were a one-note villain, where would I hide this? He literally says, if I were a one-note villain, where would I hide this? They literally described what's wrong with this guy. Also, he did a bunch of wacky cartoon animated antics. Like, he had so many seizure arm stretching out moments and just running around rampantly. Ugh. Oh yeah, did I mention the plot of this movie is pretty stupid? Because it is. One of the things that make it stupid, no one knows that Norm is a real polar bear. You see everyone else in obvious costumes, but then when all of a sudden this obvious real polar bear comes along, they're like, well, it's a great costume, man. Sorry, I had to let my cat out. I didn't know he was in here. Another thing that's really dumb is that this movie makes us try to believe that a house can be transported to a place on the back of a truck. That's right. They're able to pick up a house with a crane and put it on a flatbed, and a truck is able to drive it around. Of course. Of frickin' course. Because... come on! I honestly am in a tough conflict right now on deciding which is worse, this or Gods of Egypt. I'm dead serious. And I wish I had that sparkling cider I had for my Gods of Egypt review so I could get Norm of the North out of my head, but unfortunately that's gone, and Norm of the North is never leaving my mind as much as I want it to. So I'm going to give Norm of the North an F. I'm so glad that this movie got panned. I'm so glad this movie financially was not a success. I just freaking hate this movie so much. Seriously, Ice Age Collision Course, Secret Life of Pets, another animated movie that looks bad, Angry Birds movie. You cannot be this bad, okay? Oh, Trolls, I should mention Trolls. You 4 movies, you cannot be this bad. It's impossible. Please don't suck as hard. I mean, I know Ice Age is, but I really hope that Secret Life of Pets and Trolls and Angry Birds somehow prevails. Please don't suck, like Norm of the North. I already know Ice Age will. Maybe not as bad, but it's gonna suck. Please don't suck. Just, animated films can be great. Inside Out. We just had a great animated film, Zootopia. Please, don't suck. You probably will, but who cares? Anyways, if you saw Norm of the North for some reason, leave in the comments below of what you thought of it. And I actually have 2 other reviews coming. One for Get a Job and Jane Got a Gun, and a collab review for A Thing with my buddy Nate from Stupid Beagle Reviews. So tune in for all of those. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'm Jackson Fulcher. See you guys next time.